You know, to think about it, and actually the whole story is here, that I came here at 12 years old, and we were brought here. We didn't even have family here. We were brought here by the Catholic Relief Services and the Red Cross. And so we had nobody. We had no money, just the four of us, the family. And, you know, America is a great place
and
to
you were
be.
in Istria, which is now, is that Croatia?
Istria is now Croatia.
So it was Yugoslavia, the former Yugoslavia.
Exactly. So if you look at Italy, the right-hand side, where Venice is, right across there's a little peninsula, and that was Italy. After World War II, Italy lost the war, and that whole area was given to the newly formed communist Yugoslavia. I was just born at that time. We got caught behind it. And for 9 years, we were behind it, living under communism, not speaking Italian, not practicing our religion, really kind of tight grip. My father was a little businessman. He had his trucks. They took everything away. Ultimately, my parents decided we escape back into Italy, in Trieste. And there, in order to kind of figure out, you know, where are we going to go? Because we refused our, certainly, Yugoslavian citizenship. And we were in limbo. They put us for 2 years in a refugee camp in Trieste, and ultimately we came to America in 1958.
It's hard to leave your home. A beautiful place. I looked at in Istria. Yes,
it's a beautiful place. Really, there, all of that part of it. You know, starting from Venice, Trieste, Istria. The sea is beautiful. It's kind of very naive still.
Pretty good food. Pretty good place to learn to be a chef, though.
Absolutely,
with
absolutely.
your father, yeah.
Well, with my grandmother. You know,
yeah,
because food was scarce during communism. So my grandmother had a little farm, and we had chickens, ducks, we had goats. I mean, you know, I would help her milk the goat in the morning. My grandfather made olive oil, a little bit of wine, everything for the family to eat. And so I was the little helper. And I really learned about food, how to grow it. Dig potatoes, because, you know, nice, you dig the potatoes and the potato's still warm in your hand. It's a great feeling.
So if we need to write something about, and you have, about the American dream, you like it here, I guess.
I love it.
You've done pretty well.
I love it.
Let me the
tell
American dream, coming over with nothing.
I'm the example, and I taught, you know, I wasn't ready to write this in a sense. I said, I'm going to write it eventually for my grandchildren. I have 5 grandchildren. But, you know, the publisher says, Lydia, it's so relevant now. Because it's a dream of, yes, you can. And certainly you can in America. You know, you've got to give it all. You've got to work hard. You've got to kind of really take the opportunities and make them happen. And there's nowhere, no place in this world that is like America. But for me, most of all, you know, kind of being an immigrant and jumping and being in the camp and all that was the security of finally having a home, being able to put roots and having my own family and as we say in Italian, a roof over our heads.
When you hear people say that the dream, the American dream, is now challenged, if you will, what do you think of that? For the next generation of people here in the U.S.? You
know, I think the situation changes as a whole, and the world has become much closer and everything, but there's still, here in America, there's still great opportunities. I think that you really have to be prepared for it. You see, and as you see, these are all my businesses, the extensions that I grew in my businesses. You have to prepare yourself for it, make the right thing. And I think the most important thing on me growing my business was that the passion that I had and gaining the trust of my customers, buyers, or whatever.
The restaurant business is incredibly tough. Obviously, you all have expanded into so many other things. We know your son, Joe, who comes in and hangs out with us on the show, too. What does it mean to have your family involved in all of that?
For me, the family is really paramount. I think it's an Italian, but I think everybody's looking for that kind of anchor of a family today. I always have. So extending the family, the love for family and children into business was almost kind of natural because, you know, Joe and Tanya, my daughter, used to hang around the restaurant all the time. So, you know, and when they got teenagers and I said, well, you know, restaurant, you know, it's a little, I said, no, you need to get your education and you need to get a real American job. And so they did. They got, you know, my son ended up as a business master down in Wall Street. My daughter, ultimately a PhD in Renaissance art history. She writes the books with me now. She takes care of the pasta and sauces. Joe's passion is wine, so our winery, the Bastianich winery in Friuli, and of course the restaurant. And our latest as a family is Italy. You know, Italy, the store, the Emporium.
Yes.
I brought some food from, yes,
nice.
yes.
Delicious.
And that one we do as a family. And, you know, we just love it. We love the sharing of food. So it's in a sense selling, but it's really sharing.
And you have the TV empire. You got it all. Anyway, Lidia, thank you. And it's a great story. It's
well, thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you for joining us.
It's inspiring. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, and I think, you know, out there, America is still the place of dreams.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.